guys, my name is Elizabeth, also known as Liz Mayhem, and in today's video I will be teaching you how to maintain an African net sponge. Now if you don't know, an African net sponge is a bath sponge that is used to exfoliate the skin, to thoroughly cleanse the body. Now if you don't know, African net sponges can last up to 2 years if there is proper maintenance. However, I change my African net sponge once a year and I maintain it every month. So I'm going to show you how I maintain it. Now you can pop it in the washing machine or you can just hand wash it. Now I prefer to hand wash mine, mainly because I just feel like putting an African net sponge in the washing machine is a bit of a waste of a cycle. Instead of me to put my African net sponge, I can just put my clothes or something that is more important. So I just feel like hand washing it is more convenient and saves more water. And if you don't know, not only black people use African net sponges. Even though it's popular amongst Africans, especially West Africans, there are people of other race, other nationality that uses this amazing product. Stay tuned for more. Hey guys, so right now I'm showing you the process of how I hand wash my African net sponge. So this is the Dr. Bronner's Castile Soap Baby Unscented, which is 237 milliliters. I poured just over half into the bucket of water. And by the way, I washed the bucket prior to adding the water. So you can see I used about 60%. So now I'm mixing it with the plastic spoon, and then I'm going to pour some hot water. Hot water. I made a bit of a mess. And then I'm going to add an additive. This is by Dettol. It's a laundry cleanser. Kind of like a fabric softener. But this is used to kill bacteria, germs. And I do this once a month. And it's to, thoroughly cleanse the African net sponge. To make sure all of the bacteria and germs is being removed. Now I'm going to mix it again. Mix. Stir. And I actually got the sensitive one because I have sensitive skin. So now I'm going to show you the product again. So look, it says when you're soaking, add 1 cap full. Add 1 cap to 2.5 liters of water at 20 degrees for 10 minutes. Right? And to kill viruses, 15 minutes. Alright? You can use it on towels, children's clothes, under socks, beddings, so on and so forth. I put it for 15. It says soak for 15 minutes. But I like to soak my African net sponge for double the time. Just to make sure it's extra clean. To thoroughly cleanse it. So as you can see, I'm setting the timer. And in you go. That was exactly on the dot. Now I'm going to stir it. Now it says 20 degrees, but that's just the minimum temperature. The temperature can be hotter than 20 degrees. So just let that soak in. And if you don't know, Dr. Bronner's can be used as a laundry cleanser. So one thing I like to do is, whilst I'm washing my African net sponge, I like to wash the container or the jar of where I put my sponge in. Alright? Because, when you're using your container for your sponge, it can get moldy. So right now I'm just using some Dr. Bronner's with a toothbrush, and I'm just, washing it. I'm washing the lid of the jar. So no matter what container you use, I would recommend this. Using a good soap like Dr. Bronner's. You can use any of their flavors, but I like to use their unscented because I have sensitive skin. So I'm just like brushing it, scrub, making sure it's clean. And now I'm gonna pour some inside and then fill it up. Just to remove all of that leftover dew. Then I'm gonna pour some inside and then I'm gonna scrub. Literally scrub inside the container. Scrub. This is what I do. And it's just to maintain it, to make it look fresh, because, to make it look fresh, because, you know, when you're using your containers, it gets moldy, so you have to wash it. Now, if you close your eyes, it sounds like I'm brushing my teeth. Just give a nice scrub. Now take your time when you're doing this. This actually took me about 10 minutes. But of course, because it's edited, the video is a bit shorter. But yeah, I was scrubbing really, well, not really, but quite hard. Then I'm rinsing, and I'm scrubbing again. Scrubbing. Really making sure it's really clean inside. And then now I'm rinsing. Look at that. As good as new. It looks brand new, doesn't it? And I put some water inside just to give it a thorough, an extra rinse. Just to give it a nice thorough rinse. Look at that. Now time to check the timer. So we got just over 14 minutes. So look at this product. It's for hygienically clean clothes. So now the time's up. The time is up. All right, so now time to get the product again. So this is what I do. I pour out the mixture, the water, right? That's what I do. And then I'm just rinsing the sponge. Rinse. I'm using warm water. Now, I normally soak the African net sponge in the bathtub, but for demonstration purposes, I decided to do it in my room. So now I'm going to add some Dr. Bronner's. Now, this Dr. Bronner's can be used for face, body, hair. You can use it as a laundry detergent. You can use it to hand wash clothes. So right now I'm using it to hand wash my sponge. And this soap is very good. It's highly concentrated, very cleansing. So I'm just giving it a nice scrub. Then rinse. Pushing it to the side. Rinse. And now I'm going to wash it again the second time. Now the first time I put a bit too much soap. Just a little bit this time. Making sure I scrub it very nicely. Squeezing all that dirt. Now smelling it to making sure, you know, it smells fresh. And it smelled really nice. Look at that. Look at all of those bubbles. This lathers so well. Now, when I use Dr. Bronner's to shower, I obviously dilute it. But when it comes to washing my clothes, I don't dilute it. Or my sponge, I don't. I just pour it straight from the bottle. So now I'm making sure I rinse it thoroughly So I'm rinsing everything and I'm squeezing and rinsing it. Now time to drain the water. Just wringing it. Wringing it. And then squeeze. See all that water, drain it out. Squeeze. So right now I'm going to show you where I hang it. This is my drying rack. So I'm just going to leave it here. Just there. So now when it comes to the water, the leftover water, I'm going to pour it in the bathtub. So this is what I use to soak the sponge and to wash it. Well, I didn't wash it inside the bucket, but you know what I mean. So prior to keeping it, I'm going to wash the bucket, you know, just to make sure that it's clean, and also, you know, it had some leftover residue. So now I'm going to dry it. Dry. So now it's the next day. Now, the African net sponge actually took about 5 hours to dry. Literally. But because I fell asleep, that's why I'm doing this the next day. Giving it an extra sniff, drying it. So yeah. So make sure it's dried. Not also on the outside, but also on the inside. Popping it into the jar. So yeah, this is how I maintain my African net sponge. Thumbs up. Thank you guys for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you guys until next time. Goodbye.